But first, questions about President Trump's plans for the future of Venezuela. Good evening, Dick Brennan. I'm Dick Brennan. Ousted Venezuelan leader Nicolas Maduro remains in a Brooklyn jail tonight after U.S. forces captured him over the weekend. Erica Brown joins us live from Capitol Hill, where all members of the House and Senate are expected to be briefed tomorrow. Erica.
Well, Dick, the Trump administration is still taking a victory lap following that military raid in Venezuela. And tonight, President Trump announced that Venezuela will be turning over millions of barrels of oil to the United States. But here on Capitol Hill, some lawmakers continue to raise questions and concerns about Venezuela's future. A day after ousted Venezuelan leader Nicolas Maduro appeared in a New York courtroom to face drug trafficking charges, President Trump praised the U.S. raid that captured him.
We have the most powerful, most lethal, most sophisticated, and most fearsome. It's a fearsome military on planet Earth.
But Venezuela's future remains unclear, with President Trump saying his administration will, quote, run the country, while Delcy Rodriguez, who had been Maduro's vice president, serves as interim leader.
The administration has no plan for what comes next in Venezuela.
For those who are saying that we're going to run and occupy Venezuela, we're not. What is the goal? Fix up the place. Create conditions for a free, fair election.
The administration briefed a select group of congressional leaders on the situation Monday, and all members of the House and Senate are invited for briefings Wednesday, but it comes as some lawmakers push a resolution to require congressional approval before further military action in Venezuela.
I think it's one of the most important things that we do debate in Congress, and that is, when do we initiate war? Who has the power to initiate war?
In the wake of the Venezuela raid, the White House renewed its push to control Greenland.
Greenland should be part of the United States. The president has been very clear about that. That is the formal position of the U.S. government.
Greenland has its own government, but is a Danish territory. Denmark's prime minister said Trump's threats should be taken seriously, adding that an attack on one NATO country by a member nation would mean the end of the alliance. Now, the White House has maintained that Greenland is important to the U.S.'s national security, but in a joint statement today, European leaders say that territory belongs to Greenland's people. Dick?
Erica Brown on Capitol Hill. Erica, thank you.